Hey guys, welcome to our interview with Pulp Riot UK and Ireland and the incredible Jaymz Marsters on Instagram. So Jaymz, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about who you are.
So I'm Jaymz Marsters. I own a small salon in a small town of Downham Market, and the salon is called The What. And you can find me on Instagram, jaymz.marsters, and I specialise in creative colouring.
So I'm going to ask you 5 quick round questions, so you don't have much time to think about this.
Okay.
So the first question is, how did you get interested in semi-permanent colour and why?
Nobody in my town was doing it.
Okay.
So somebody had to start doing creative colour, so I just kind of jumped straight in, got some colour, put it on some clients, offered it for free, started building up a clientele from there.
And do you feel that you use social much to help direct that?
Yeah, definitely. I uploaded all of my pictures onto social media back when Instagram was a lot easier to grow, and I kind of put my name out that way, and that's how I brought people in. So I wasn't really specifically targeting the people in my town, but I was targeting people through the social media.
Okay, cool. So with regards to the and why do you like semi-permanent colour? As in you saw a gap in the market, or you just personally liked that aesthetic of colour?
To be honest, years ago I didn't really like it, and I saw the gap in the market, and I saw, to be honest, pound signs. I was like, you know, I need to make some money, that nobody's around here is doing creative colour, so I took that opportunity and done it, but now it's actually now flipped, and I do prefer to do this over natural stuff, and I do really enjoy it.
Cool, amazing. So from a service perspective, how did you integrate this into the salon? Do you have any tips about, I think there's a lot of questions always based around cost and based around, you know, if you've got this 45 minutes for half a head of highlights, 1 hour for a full head of highlights, how you can then start to adjust your column to almost allow for these bigger services.
Yeah.
You know, how do you approach that when it's something that you've got to think about from a skill perspective, but also a column perspective?
Definitely increase it over time. So I talk about a lot about introducing small sections of hair onto a service. Increase that over time. So if you are stuck for your timings and things, then obviously if you're taking a traditional full head of foil, what you can do is the last 10 minutes you can apply your creative colour.
Yeah.
And then on the next appointment, you can maybe spend 20 minutes and do a slightly larger section, and then slowly introduce somebody like that. And that way you're then transforming your column from whatever you're doing into creative colour, but you're not really taking any longer.
Yeah.
You're kind of just adjusting the time that you're actually spending on that client and kind of focusing on the area that you want to.
Over a time period.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's really helpful. So my next question is, what are the perks about being brand neutral and the fact that you stock Pulp Riot? But like, at what point do you choose Pulp Riot if you're a brand neutral salon?
Yeah, so obviously I've got like a good selection of different brands that I use, but if one of my clients wants to experiment with Pulp Riot, and I know that they're probably going to want to remove it at some point, or if they want a colour, say like a blue that normally is stereotypically hard to remove from the hair, I'll go for the Pulp Riot because I know that I can put it on and then remove it with blank canvas. So it's not really a worry, where if I want something that's basically going to have to be cut out of the hair, then I will then use a different brand. But if that client is fine with that and they want it forever, then obviously that's the benefit from that. But when I want to remove it, that's where Pulp Riot comes in handy.
Perfect. Great. Okay, and my last question, top tips for people starting with creative colour in the salon. You know, what if they've identified a market in their area, they're thinking about it, but it all seems like too much hassle to change the way that they're working. You know, what would be the things that you've learned that have worked that you wish that you knew now?
Yeah, social content, get as many pictures as you possibly can. Offer the services for free for the first time to existing clients, or actually if you can, offer it to your family members. Yeah. Because you can just rope them in and be like, right, mum, you're having a bit of yellow.
Content.
Yeah, get the content, and then you can then push that towards the target audience that you actually want to attract.
Amazing. So that is my 5 questions. So thank you for letting me interview you.
Okay, thanks.
And I think there's some great info to help people to start on the creative colour journey. So we'll say